Hello and welcome back to this edition of Bayou Time. Again, your host, Keith Weissite. Thanks so much for joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it. And listen, one of the things in our area that's just unique to South Louisiana is we often have bug problems. It's always good to have the expert come on and talk to us. Welcome, Henry LeBlanc, manager of Fons Pest Management. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And so we had a lot of people freaking out this weekend.
That's right.
And we know that it's kind of the time of year. Tell us what took place and kind of why this weekend.
Well, the termites actually, everyone's saying it's termite season, but termites are here year-round.
Right.
They only swarm at a certain time of the year.
Okay.
They started swarming pretty much in the last week of April.
Okay.
And we had this cold spell came in. It was kind of cold.
Right.
In the afternoons. So they stopped. For about 2 or 3 weeks, they stopped swarming.
Okay.
And as everybody knows, Sunday night, we had all the rain Saturday.
Right.
And then I guess the humidity, the pressure, and the dew point, everything was just right. And Sunday night, it just blew up.
Yeah.
And the phone was ringing off the hook.
We had termites swarming everywhere. And I'm sure people are thinking, oh, my God, I'm seeing termites. I must have termites in my house. I must have termites in the walls or in the wood. That is not necessarily the case.
No, they're attracted to the light. So the main thing is to turn the lights off. And it doesn't last all night. It's usually 30 to 40 minutes they swarm, and it's right at dark. So from 8:30 to 9:30, that's when you want to keep those lights, off.
Right, because they start swarming right as it becomes dusk, 7:15, 7:30, and then they start swarming.
Well, normally a little later. Normally about between 8:30 and 9:30.
8:30 and 9:30, okay.
And, we tell everybody to turn off your security lights, turn off all this stuff, but you can, after 9:30, it's safe to turn those lights back on.
Right.
We want to have the security, lights on. We don't want the subdivisions to be totally dark.
Right.
So after 9:30, it's safe to put those lights back on, and they're good, to the next day.
The next day.
Those termites, they're going to die whether you spray them or not.
Okay.
A lot of people say, I sprayed all kind of stuff on them and I killed them. They're going to die.
They die in the cooler temperature, right?
Well, their lifespan is pretty much over with.
Okay.
They swarm off, they mate, they pair off. 99% of them die.
Wow.
Some of them do survive to lay eggs and mate. If you have, it's called an aerial infestation.
Okay.
So if you have a roof leak or a window that's leaking, they can get in there and actually cause a secondary nest.
Okay.
And start doing damage. So it's important to make sure, I see a lot of blue roofs still in these houses since the hurricane.
Right.
It's important to make sure you don't have a roof leak.
Right. Go and check.
While the swarm season is going on.
So during the swarm season, if there's a water supply, right?
That's correct.
If there's water,
That's correct.
they can go and make this secondary infestation.
That's right. They got food and moisture. That's all they need. That's right.
They're going to eat the wood and they're going to feed off the moisture.
That's right.
Okay. So swarming is not necessarily the problem. I've never seen it firsthand. We opened the door and you're exactly right. It's probably 8:30, 8:45.
Right.
And hundreds came in.
That's right. That's right.
And we just all of a sudden we're seeing they're flying all everywhere. They're hitting us in the legs, and it's just very strange. But again, I love the fact that you and your team kind of on Monday went out and educated, right?
Right.
Y'all spent a lot of time educating the community about what's happening and what it is, and just letting people know they were swarming last night.
Yeah, it's important to have a contract on your house. If you do have a contract, you're protected. Things to look for if you don't have a contract is, it's almost like a mud diver. It's like mud coming out the walls.
Okay.
And so that's something you want to look for, interior structure of the house.
Right, and kind of walking around the house, making sure you don't see what looks like kind of an ant pile coming up your house.
The mud tunnels, right. If it's on a slab, you're looking for the mud tunnels on. And if it's on blocks, the same thing. You're looking for mud tunnels coming up and down.
Mud tunnels.
Correct.
Now, will we have another swarm this year? We're expecting it. Okay.
The swarming season is going to last 6 to 8 weeks at least.
6 to 8 weeks. And that started back in April, right?
Well, it started early this year. It started early, and then it stopped.
Okay.
And then we had the big blow up.
Right.
So we don't know exactly how long it's going to last.
Okay.
Basically, just be vigilant and say, if you start seeing them, turn those lights off.
Shut the lights off, especially between 8:30 and 9:30.
That's correct. Between 8:30 and 9:30, turn those lights off, keep it minimal. You can work around with the TV. They don't bother the TV a whole lot. You can have enough light with the TV.
Right.
and night lights and stuff like that. You maybe want to do your shower a little earlier.
Okay.
Because they're attracted to the bathroom. I see them in the shower.
Right.
They're coming out of my shower drains. They're coming out of my.
They're attracted to the water.
But they're not coming out of the drain. They're coming out of the drain because they went in the drain. They're coming back out. They got moisture in that drain.
Right. Gotcha.
So they're not coming from the plumbing, from the city or anything like that.
Okay. They're just drawn to it.
In most bathrooms, there's a vent over the shower or the toilet. So they're getting in the attic, they're getting in those vents, and they fall in the toilet and into the showers.
Ah, gotcha. So they're falling there, not necessarily coming from there.
That's right. And they're attracted to that area because of the moisture and the humidity.
Okay.
That's why we also ask to keep the temperature in the house a little bit cooler. That works in my house, at least. We
Good.
keep the temperature down, it keeps the humidity out, and with the lights off, we don't have them come inside.
No problem. Now, if you're having other problems with bugs, and I know we're closing out this segment, if you're having problems, capture one of those bugs and bring it to you, right?
That's right. We ask them, if you're seeing a bug, we have so many different bugs now. It used to be just roaches and spiders, but now there's so many different bugs. If you could put them on a piece of Scotch tape, bring them by our office, we'll identify it, and then we'll know how to deal with it.
Gotcha. Well, we appreciate it so very much, Henry, coming on to kind of let us know what happened, what's going to happen, and what we can be on the lookout for. So we appreciate it.
Thank you. It's been a few days since we had a swarm.
Right.
The temperatures has been, the pressure's been a little low.
Right.
So we expected another probably big one again.
A big one again. All right, be on the lookout for it. Henry, thank you for what you and your team do. Thanks for the education.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
All right, and that will do it for this particular segment and for Bayou Time. Don't go anywhere. A whole lot more local programming right here on HTV.